Named Jim Yaeger. On this project, I'm basically director of photography. I'm the guy with the camera. I actually had a television career at one point, and I walked away from that. I didn't want to work in television, but I thought it would make a fun hobby, so I came up to the Access studio, and they hooked me up with Spud Goodman immediately. The first thing they did was put me on the Spud Goodman show, which is just hysterically. It's the kind of thing you would never have seen. And the first public access show I ever worked on, Spud Goodman. Very surreal sort of talk show, parody of talk show and talk show. Musical guests, real guests in interesting interviews, scripted guests that often seemed real in strange ways. It was a wonderful Heart Attack Theater. He actually scripted and cast and shot a little 30-minute horror movie every week. That's an astonishing amount of work. I mean, it's unbelievable to put that much work. The show called Jerk Beast that just cracked me up. I mean, they had a hotline studio where it would be live. You'd go in there for half an hour and you'd do live phone calls. And people would go in there and try to do like political shows. There was like a conservative talk show or something where you get calls and stuff. But essentially, all you would get was people wanted to swear on TV. They'd call in and they'd swear. And so it drives one of the hotline producers crazy. Well, these Jerk Beast guys, they also had a band called the Afronauts, but this show was called Jerk Beast. They had this idea of actually using it. I mean, apparently that wasn't what it was intended for, but it was what it was perfectly suited for. So his whole idea was go in there and, call us and insult us, and we'll insult you back, and then just sit there and they'd scream at each other on the phone in the studio. That was the whole idea. It was just in terms of free speech, a lot of it. Well, philosophically, just one idea is that the idea that what limit you don't push is the limit you lose. So I think a lot of the producers had that in mind, especially the ones who were doing more outrageous things. Public access in Seattle, there was a time when Seattle was a really goofy place. I mean, we've become very gentrified and homogenized, and we lost the funkiness. Seattle used to be a very kind of strange and funky place. It was goofy, and the 90s and public access, that was kind of the last gasp of that. It all just started to kind of blend together after that. But at that time and at that place, public access of the 90s, that was like a microcosm of everything that was cool, funky, and offbeat about Seattle. It's all right there. And we're losing that history. It's all crumbling.
And that's part